Once upon a time, in a vibrant playground nestled between lush green hills, there was a famous badminton court known as the Court of Dreams. Here, children gathered every weekend, eager to play and learn, but more importantly, to witness the legendary badminton challenges. Today was a special day as the annual Big Badminton Challenge was about to begin. The star of the event was a small, cheerful squirrel named Sammy, who, despite his size, had big dreams and a heart filled with determination. Sammy loved playing badminton with his best friend, Bella the bunny, whose swift hops made her an excellent player. Together, they formed a great team known across the playground. The rules of the Big Badminton Challenge were simple. Teams competed in three challenges. First, the speed round, where agility and reflexes were tested. Second, the accuracy competition, where each team aimed to hit specific targets set around the court. Finally, the grand tug of friendship, which tested not just skill, but cooperation and understanding between teammates. As the first challenge began, Sammy was anxious. He watched bigger teams like the Mighty Hawks, consisting of the tall giraffe, Gerald, and strong elephant, Ellie, warming up. But Bella, with her reassuring smile, whispered, "Remember, it's not about size or strength, but how well we play together, Sammy." Motivated by Bella's words, Sammy scampered with lightning speed during the speed round. They darted and zoomed, mesmerizing the audience and swiftly winning the first challenge. Next was the accuracy competition. This was tricky for many, but not for Sammy and Bella. With focus and careful aim, Bella twirled and Sammy leaped, hitting each target with precision. The cheers from their friends raised their spirits higher. Finally, the tug of friendship challenge arrived. The Mighty Hawks, with their power, seemed unbeatable. But when the whistle blew, Sammy and Bella whispered their strategy in hushed voices, relying on each other's unique strengths. Instead of pure strength, they used clever tactics and swift movements to equalize their opponents. In the end, Sammy and Bella's perseverance and teamwork shone brightly, winning them the Big Badminton Challenges. Their victory taught everyone that true strength lies in unity, friendship, and believing in oneself. Sammy learned that size doesn't determine the outcome, but courage and cooperation do. That day, all the children at the playground learned that working together and believing in each other could accomplish extraordinary feats. And so, Sammy and Bella became the real legends of the Court of Dreams, inspiring many more to come in the future. Once upon a time, in the vibrant town of Willowbrook, there was a quaint little school known as Greenleaf Academy. The students at Greenleaf were as diverse as the colors in a rainbow, each with unique personalities and quirks. But among them, there was a group of three friends whose tale became the talk of the town. Lily, the wise and kind owl, was always the first to arrive at school, her eagerness matched only by her punctuality. Then there was Sam, the playful and mischievous squirrel, who had a rather relaxed approach to school time, often tumbling in with the final bell. Finally, there was Benji, the thoughtful and curious rabbit, who always seemed to land in the middle, trying to strike a balance between the extremes of his friends. One bright Monday morning, as the golden sun poured through the leafy canopies, Greenleaf Academy decided to hold a time challenge week. Each day, students had to arrive not only on time, but ready, with their homework completed and prepared for the lessons ahead. Principal Featherwise, the wise old eagle, explained that the challenge was to encourage the students to be responsible and manage time effectively. Lily, with her love for planning and readiness, was thrilled. She couldn't wait to dive into the challenges head on. But Sam, with his carefree attitude, seemed unfazed by it all. "Time is just a number, my friends," Sam exclaimed, wagging his bushy tail. As the week kicked off, Lily glided effortlessly through the challenges, her wings flapping with confidence. Sam, on the other hand, found himself in a pickle every morning, scampering to finish tasks and often arriving just in the nick of time, or sometimes a little too late. Meanwhile, Benji observed his friends. Though he admired Lily's punctuality, he understood Sam's viewpoint that time could sometimes be a playful companion. On Thursday, Principal Featherwise noticed Sam's struggle. With a kind smile, he approached Sam and shared a secret. Even the sun takes its time to rise and set perfectly, he said. It's not about rushing, but planning your steps wisely. Inspired, Sam decided he would try planning, just for the last day of Time Challenge Week. That night, instead of chasing fireflies, he prepared his bag, finished his homework, and set an alarm. Come Friday morning, Sam arrived not only on time, but earlier than most. Lily was delighted to see Sam's resolve, and Benji clapped his ears with joy. Sam realized that being mindful of time didn't have to take away fun, but could make his playtime even more enjoyable. Through the challenge, the three friends learned that while time could indeed be flexible, being a little organized could make every moment count more. And so, they continued their school days, embracing both the clock's ticking hands and their friendship's warm embrace. The heart of a bustling little town, where children's laughter danced through the streets, lived a kind and loving mother named Mrs. Bloom. She had three wonderful children, Emma, Jack, and little Sophie. Mrs. Bloom's birthday was just a day away, and the children were eagerly planning something special. "What do you think we should get Mum for her birthday?" asked Emma, the eldest, full of curiosity. "It should be something really special," added Jack, puffing up his chest as if ready for an adventure. Sophie, the youngest, with eyes bright as stars, whispered, "Let's give her our love." And so, the children plotted and planned all through the day. They decided not to buy something from the store, but instead to make gifts filled with love. Emma suggested they draw a giant card with all their colorful art. Jack wanted to write a song, and Sophie said she'd make a heart-shaped clay cookie. That night, as the house grew quiet, the children worked in secret. Morning came, the sun kissed the land with golden light, and the birds chirped a sweet birthday melody. Mrs. Bloom awoke to find the children eagerly awaiting her in the living room. "Surprise, Mum! Happy birthday!" they shouted in unison. Emma handed her the big, beautiful card filled with their drawings. "This is for always inspiring us," she said with a grin. Jack cleared his throat nervously and sang his song. His slightly off-tuned but heartfelt lyrics spoke of all the little things that made their mum wonderful. Finally, Sophie bashfully presented her clay cookie. "It's got love inside," she declared triumphantly. Mrs. Bloom looked at the delightful gifts and felt her heart swell with joy. "These are the best gifts because they come from each of you," she said, embracing them warmly. And so, the day was spent playing, laughing, and sharing stories. The children learned that the gift of love, care, and time was the most precious of all. That evening, as the stars twinkled above, Mrs. Bloom tucked her children into bed. "You know," she said softly, "gifts from the heart are treasures that last forever." Inspired, the children vowed to always cherish and show love to those they cared about. And in the warmth of their family home, they knew that this was the best birthday Mrs. Bloom had ever had. In the bustling town of Willowville, there was a special event every summer that the children eagerly anticipated, the Great Car Wash Challenge. It all started when Old Man Jenkins, the friendly retired schoolteacher, decided to spice up the summer holidays for the neighborhood kids by hosting a car wash competition. This year, Timmy, a curious little boy with a penchant for adventure, was determined to win. He assembled his friends, Lily, who was exceptionally organized and had an eye for detail, Max, who was strong and loved everything to do with cars, and Zoe, the creative genius whose imagination knew no bounds. The rules were simple. Each group of kids was given an old, dusty car, a bucket of water, soap, and some rags. They had exactly 1 hour to clean their car to the greatest shine possible. As the clock ticked, excitement filled the air. Timmy and his team decided on a plan. Lily divided tasks, ensuring everyone had a role. Max filled the bucket with just the right mix of soap and water, while Zoe decorated their station with balloons and a colorful banner reading, "Sparkling Stars." Timmy coordinated everything, gently reminding everyone to work together. As they scrubbed, Lily noticed another team struggling to lift the heavy water buckets. Without hesitation, she nudged Max to help them out. "It isn't just about winning," she reminded him. "It's about having fun and helping each other." Zoe, seeing the other team struggling with decorations, offered some of her balloons. The final whistle blew, and Old Man Jenkins inspected each car. To everyone's surprise, it wasn't the car that shone the brightest that won, but rather the team that showed the greatest teamwork and kindness. Timmy, Lily, Max, and Zoe. Old Man Jenkins announced, "The true spirit of this challenge isn't just about having the cleanest car, but in helping others and working together as a community." Filled with pride and joy, the team learned an invaluable lesson that day. Success is sweeter when it's shared, and kindness goes a long way. They celebrated with ice creams, giggles, and a promise to always look out for one another. And so, in Willowville, the true winners of the Car Wash Challenge were remembered for their big hearts and teamwork, a story passed down every summer thereafter. Once upon a time, in the lush green jungles of Fantasia, lived a cheeky little monkey named Max. Max was not like any other monkey in the jungle. He possessed a magical talent that no one else had. He could talk to the wind. Every morning, Max would climb to the top of the tallest tree and have long chats with the breeze. The wind would hum sweet songs and whisper secrets from lands far away. In return, Max would entertain his invisible friend with stories of his jungle escapades. One sunny day, as Max was busy chatting away with the wind, a sad-looking elephant named Ellie wandered beneath his tree. Her big round eyes were filled with tears, and she sighed heavily. Max felt a tug at his heart and decided to help her. "Why are you so sad, Ellie?" asked Max, swinging down from his leafy perch. Ellie sniffled. "I've lost my favorite lilac scarf. I wore it to the riverbank, and now it's nowhere to be found. It was a gift from my grandmother, and I fear it's lost forever." Max knew just what to do. He called upon the wind. "Mighty wind, could you help my friend Ellie? Her precious scarf has gone missing, and she needs your eyes and ears everywhere in the jungle." The wind whistled and swirled around them, promising to help. With a powerful sway, it rushed through the trees, swooshed around the riverbank, and journeyed through every jungle nook and cranny. After what felt like an eternity to anxious Ellie, the wind returned, rustling the leaves with excitement. "I've found it," whispered the wind, joyfully swirling around Ellie and Max. The wind blew gently, revealing Ellie's lilac scarf tangled around a crooked branch high up on a baobab tree. Max climbed up swiftly with nimble little hands and plucked the scarf free. Ellie's eyes shimmered with tears of joy as Max placed the scarf around her neck. "Thank you, Max, and thank you, kind wind," she trumpeted happily, her sadness replaced with bubbling delight. From that day on, Max was known not only for his mischievous antics, but also as the helpful monkey who used his magical gift to spread happiness. And the moral of the story? True magic lies in kindness and the joy of helping others. Even the smallest friend can make a big difference with a little bit of heart. The jungle resounded with this newfound lesson, reminding everyone to cherish their friends and lend a helping hand whenever needed.